How many times has overthinking helped you? Really, like right now, sit here and try to answer that question for me. How many times has overthinking genuinely like helped you in your life? I'm going to be talking about that today in this video, going into why it just simply doesn't. And I will probably make a separate video on how to stop, combat, and almost completely get rid of overthinking on a video of mine, and kind of share my best what's the word? Kind of just my best opinion, and maybe I'll do some research on it. I'll kind of figure it out. I have somewhat of an answer, but I want to be confident enough to say it, so I might do some research and kind of figure that out too, and kind of get more inspiration to talk about it. Obviously not like simply plagiarize the other people's content, but kind of see where people at with the status, because I believe that with overthinking, it's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people kind of sometimes get into that habit where your thoughts start spiraling. That's just kind of something that happens like in common human nature. I don't know what the term, but like it's just common amongst humans to have that type of thing to happen to them. But we're going to be more talking about when overthinking takes over your life, right? And this side of it is going to be talking about how many times has it helped you. And this is actually one of the things I'm going to be talking about and how to combat overthinking, is thinking about how many times it's actually helped you. Like really understanding that when you have situations that you overthink about, you're stressing about, you think that something is going to happen in the future, and it is going to stress you out, and it's going to be the worst, and it's going to be the end. Like, it's it. That's it. That's the problem's going to happen, and it's going to be so much pain, so much suffering, and it's going to suck so bad, and you're sitting there, and you're overthinking about it. Quick disclaimer, if you guys hear anything in the back, it's just like I put rain noises on. I'll watch this video back. If it doesn't sound good, I'm not putting it back on, but I just wanted to see what it sounded like, just in case. Having some like background white noise, whatever you want to call it, to kind of get the video a little more, whatever you want. And I also turned only one set of LEDs on today, not the other one, so a bit of a lighting change, I guess. And I also moved where the tripod is, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, one thing that helped me personally a lot was realizing just how like inconsistent like overthinking actually turned out to be. When you kind of overthink a long time, when that happens so often and it takes over your life, how many of those situations actually help you? And I don't want people sitting here saying, oh yeah, it does, I see it coming. You are literally, someone commented this on my TikTok account, which is Kadota with a period and underscore if you want to check it out. I post there 3 times a day, just saying. But someone commented on that type of video when I was speaking about overthinking. It was like, it says something on the lines of, you are like setting yourself up for failure when you overthink, because a lot of times people overthink without even knowing anything, and you're setting yourself up. You are what was the word that he used? It was like premeditating. Yeah, you're premeditating your own downfall. I think that's exactly what he said, if I'm quoting him. I don't know exactly, but it was definitely around that sentence, similar to it for sure. And it makes so much sense. You see it coming because you sit there and you focus your attention on that, and you'll only focus if that happens. You'll focus on your attention on the simple thing you're overthinking about, and it's sure gonna physically manifest. That's just how it works. It is a universal law that whatever you focus on expands. That is facts. So when you sit there and you focus on something that you overthink about, you think you're seeing it coming, and you're like, oh, I'm prepared for it, but you're just downplaying it. Like, you're simply manifesting that. You can't have that happen. And some things are inevitable, and I'm going to kind of go on this side of it. Like, some things are inevitable. Some things are going to happen, and they're just going to plain out suck, because that's just what being a human's about sometimes, where you just get situations thrown at you, and it hits you, and it sucks for a little bit. That's life. That is life, and you can't avoid all of them. You can avoid a lot of them, but not all of them. All right? And when it kind of comes to overthinking, there's still a way to go about this, because why would you want to go through something twice? You are going through something twice when you overthink about it. Because think about it, all right? Let's take a look at this. So, let's say when you get home from school, your parents are getting you in trouble because you failed the test. Okay, let's just say that's the situation. There could be plenty of scenarios to go by here, but let's say that's the one. You're in math class. Your parents texted you, I got your math test grade. I'll see you when you get home. You're in big trouble. So now for the rest of the day, you're stressing, which I don't blame you. It is pretty stressful. But one thing that's really helped me was a couple of things. Number one, you don't know what you're expecting. You may have an idea of how mad your parents may be, but you don't know for sure. And I'll probably mention this if I do decide to make a video on how to combat overthinking. I'll definitely mention this. It's very important. And number two, you're going through it twice. In that present moment at school, your parents are nowhere to be found. You're not getting in trouble for your bad grade. You are just there at school, chilling in class, doing your work, hopefully. Your parents aren't there. Focusing on that now moment is very important, and that kind of ties in with this as well, with overthinking. They have like a similar companionship in a way for combating like the state of overthinking and everything. But if you're sitting there and you're letting your mind wander, and your mind and your thoughts are just spiraling on this idea of getting in trouble because of your math test grade, that's just gonna, you're basically mentally and emotionally experiencing it twice, because you're going through it at school and then you're going through it again when you get home. And there's also a chance that you're increasing the amount that you're getting, because you're probably thinking to yourself in your head, oh, this is gonna be the worst. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to see my phone again. They're gonna ground me for life. They're taking my phone away. They're doing all these things. You don't know for sure. Even if they said it, you don't know for sure. You can never guarantee it until you experience it. And at that moment, you've yet to experience it. So it's very important to like seize your mind. And with overthinking, once again, when you experience it twice, how is that helping you? You're not seeing it coming. You're not seeing it coming. It's already been stated to you that you're going to get, yourself in some trouble, which once again is the way of life. You get in trouble sometimes. Sometimes things hit you. But what are you seeing coming? You don't know what's in front of you. You cannot predict the future, even though you have an idea. No specific details are provided. You do not know. So to sit there and go through it twice is a very, kind of a little silly thing to do. Stop doing that. It's very common. We've all done it. Okay, I'm not sitting here saying it, but now that you've been consciously aware of the fact that you're doing that, and that you shouldn't be doing it, that should be different moving forward. And ever since I was aware of that, when I heard, the whole thing, you're experiencing it twice, I heard that, and I was like, that changed me right away. I heard that right away. And that started, like, not even just with, like, getting in trouble or, like, bad things, like, also, like, nerve-wracking things. If I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out, you're going to be experiencing that twice. That whole idea of the stress twice, when you really shouldn't be. If you learn to stay in the present moment, that is not there. Once again, talking about the math test thing, your presents aren't there. Your parents aren't there in the present moment getting you in trouble. No, you're at school chilling. You're probably with your friends having a good time. Or maybe you're sitting there in class, but the point is you're at some level of peace. They're not being disrupted that way and getting in trouble. So it's very, very important to really understand that overthinking simply does not help you. Analyzing some things here and there that you think you deserve to analyze over is not the worst thing in the world. All right, kind of sitting there and kind of being like, I question this, I question that. But even then, still having the capacity to be like, okay, I'm not going to sit there and keep dwelling on that because it really doesn't matter. Sure, you can entertain a few things here and there, but do not let your mind slip, and you need to have enough self-control to not let your mind spiral down and overthink, because we know that it does not help you. It does not help you, so you got to stop. You're premeditating your own downfall. I think I said it good there. When you sit there and you say, but I see it coming, like, I know, like, it just happens. No! You've overthought every single situation. Of course one of them is going to manifest. Of course one of them is going to come true. And once again, you're going through it twice, so why put yourself through it twice? Live in the moment, have enough self-control to not let your mind wander, and understand that this overthinking thing does not help you. Simply does not help you. So if you guys want to see an actual video going into it, I probably will make one regardless, but if you want to see one, like maybe more urgently, because I have a couple videos I'm planning to make in the next couple of days. If you want to see them more urgently, let me know in the comment section below. I can do that tomorrow, or once again within the next couple of days. But that's where I stand right now. Alright, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to explain that, help you guys out. And yeah, I'm out for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another one. Peace out.